Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm Kelsey Kalor. New update, we have another retrograde. But it's all good. It's nothing that's too vivid, too in your face, but it will be a long one. And let me show you how to navigate it. So September 1st all the way to January 30th in 2025, we have the planet Uranus in retrograde. Now, most folks don't know about what Uranus planet does in our solar system, how it impacts us. It is the planet of being different, being rebellious, being authentic, throwing a wrench in the process. When things are stagnant and getting bland, getting old, getting out of date, Uranus comes through and shakes it up. The bigger purpose that it even serves is giving a world a revolutionary way of being in the world and opening our perspectives to a broader outlook instead of just being so narrow-minded. But now that Uranus is going retrograde, all of that shakeup and rebelliousness and distractions, disturbances might be more lessened throughout these 5 months, where it would give most likely an energy of embracing the change around us and being a little more compliant towards the change, of course. So the zodiac sign that it's in is in Taurus. It's been there for some years now. And Taurus rules standards, values, our finances, and generally our senses. So Uranus is helpful to people who are different and people who feel different. And it helps the normality of society wake up to thinking outside of themselves and being so self-absorbed. That's why Uranus is a dear friend of Aquarius. However, Taurus doesn't really share those qualities. Taurus is all about being safe, being standard, being predictable, and having a sense of security with their material values. And since Uranus has shook up Taurus, those two kind of shook up the world. Around the time it was getting close up on Taurus, we were hearing about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and all types of different money experiences like Cash App and all of the apps where you can exchange money or receive money, and a whole lot of different banks. People started experiencing how they can make money on social media and a whole lot of virtual platforms. And Uranus also rules technology, where Taurus rules everyday natural resources. Initially, whenever Uranus jumps into a new zodiac sign, it causes unpopular upheaval from the norms of society. But after some years, we end up learning how to respect the difference and the change. But about Uranus retrograde, since we are going to be experiencing it for the next 5 months, it's not going to be so bold and outrageous like Mercury could be a little bit. Rather, it's going to evolve and have moments where it's having a strong impact and having more of a mellow impact. But what we could learn from this Uranus going in retrograde is that it's less about revolting and taking action towards rebellion, but more so reevaluating moments that are urging you to change. So this time is good for reflecting on what's disrupting you from allowing change and uniqueness into your life, and how you've been creating or avoiding it from happening. And if you have been a little rebellious lately, this time could cause you to reevaluate what's making you break free from anything mundane or routine, or you feel like it's no longer serving your liberal side. So overall, it's like a time to reevaluate how you're limiting your individuality in the world. Uranus retrograde is about you trusting your instincts on what needs to change on your path to embrace your authentic self. Uranus retrograde in Taurus is all about teaching us how to embrace a new kind of stability, inspiring us to birth new paradigms, more sustainable ways of living, embracing new structures on ways to live our lives. So we're combining our Aquarius side, the authentic self, with the more practical way of how we've been living. So we can agree that there's been, I would say, liberal interruptions to our financial, material, sensible, and standard matters. So these next 5 months, you're going to be reevaluating how you want to liberate your self-worth, your value, your standards, and your relationship with money. This kind of retrograde makes us ask, what ways have we been trading freedom for security? How we've been losing contact with ourselves, how we've been losing our integrity for material goods, and our values in the process. So instead, use this time to ask yourself, what does freedom and security mean for you? And put those two together and make innovation happen in your life. Or use the innovations that we already have. I'm sorry, I had to relocate because my phone died and I felt like being in my bedroom. Anywho, what were we talking about? Ways that you can navigate this retrograde. Ask yourself what your true values are and how you can better leverage your talent, your skills to make a life that's in alignment with who you are. Better yet, aligned with your heart. A lot of us might have been exploring unusual ways of making income to meet our survival needs. And if you want to get more information on how retrograde Uranus and Taurus will push you towards this change, depends on how it'll interact with your chart. So hit that tab and get an astrology reading with me. I am your doctor. How this Uranus retrograde in Taurus has been affecting me these past few years, you ask? It's very scattered. I would say trying out new and unusual ways to make income really does play tricks on your sense of security. But I'm the type that doesn't want to live with any regrets and say that I actually tried it, I figured it out, I know better ways and better ideas to welcome into my life that will work for me. All right, I hope this helps, and I hope that it helps for the next few years that Uranus will retrograde through Taurus or even travels into the next sign, which is Gemini. And I could say that we're starting to see a little bit of Uranus Gemini effects, which I believe that Uranus is the only planet that helps us foresee what would impact our world in the future years. And that's pretty cool. So how is Uranus affecting you? Click the link in my channel to get an astrology reading. And subscribe to stay updated with what I have coming up for next month. Goodbye.